Happy Friday, DPS 109 community. For those of you I don't know, I'm Eric Steckling, the district's director of communications. It's been a while since we've made one of these videos, but there have been so many moving parts and so many pieces that have been changing this week that we thought, in addition to Mr. Simick's written update today, we'd give you a short video summary of what's going on. Please make sure to also read the note that he sends out today. The latest information is that 112 individuals have tested or reported positive this week. We've been advised to prepare for a bumpy January. We've seen that this Omicron variant is very prevalent in our country, in our state, and so we are doing everything we can to keep our doors open and to make sure that our students are staying safe. As part of that, we want to thank you. Dozens of you have replied or inquired to our call for subs that we put out earlier this week. Some were even in buildings today. We really can't do this without you. Some other things that we're asking for your help on is to sign up for shield testing if you haven't already, which helps us limit the spread of the virus. We're also asking that you help or that you keep a sibling home if one of your children tests positive. Just this week has shown us there's a high likelihood that if one member of a family gets the Omicron variant, other members of the family are likely to get it soon thereafter. So to help the community out, if you can keep a sibling home if one of your children tests positive, we would appreciate it. And then as you are sending your children to school, send them with a KN95 mask. Again, those higher quality masks can only help in the situation. Now to the big updates. Extracurricular activities will resume next week across DPS 109 on Monday. Athletic teams will be able to practice at the middle school level, but there will be no games or matches until the following week. All participants in extracurricular activities at 109 must have a signed consent form. Now, enrichment activities, which are run by the Park District, will start at the elementary schools next week. Those don't need consent since they're run by the Park District. This has been a little confusing the last few days, so let's walk through this. Who needs to fill out the consent form? In the middle schools, basically everyone. Everything is a 109 program, so if your child does anything before or after school that is an extracurricular, you need to fill out the form. In elementary schools, it's only a smaller group of our clubs and activities. So you see here listed at Kipling, it's choir and lighthouse. At South Park, art club, choir, DI, library squad, and student council. At Walden, it's DI, philanthropy, student lighthouse, and choir. And at Wilmot, it's yearbook, choir, fashion club, and team give. So again, if your child is in one of those clubs, make sure you're filling out the consent. If they're doing something like floor hockey or something else that the Park District puts on for us, they do not need to fill out the consent form. And another really important note that you must fill out this consent form even if you have already consented to regular shield testing. This is a new consent form that has come out for extracurricular activities. So please make sure you are filling that out even if your child has been shield testing and participating in one of these things all year long. The revised quarantine guidance officially came out last night from the CDC, specific to K-12 schools, that reduces the recommended isolation and quarantine period to 5 days. On our end, we are working to adjust our periods and protocols. If you are impacted, if you are watching this and are currently in quarantine, you will be contacted by our team if this applies to you. As you can imagine, that might be a few people this week, so we appreciate your patience. Our team is working through cases that have come in this week to see what applies. A little advertisement here for a vaccine clinic that is tomorrow. Again, Mr. Simick encouraging everybody get vaccinated, get boosted, help us, in this community fight against this. The West Deerfield Township is having a free walk-in clinic that is offering first, second, or booster shots for anyone ages 12 and up. Tomorrow, no appointment is needed. Just a few other housekeeping kind of reminders. Please fill out the vaccine disclosure form in Family Access. It is optional, but disclosing your child's vaccination expedites our contact tracing, can rule out quarantines. You can click on the Family Access button on our website to do that. We're also, again, asking that you consent to shield testing. COVID tests are really hard to find right now. My own parents are trying to find them and they can't. Your student can be tested for free weekly. You are only contacted with a positive result. Again, this happens in school. You can click on the Family Access button at dps109.org to fill out consent. I just wanted to end by showing you a picture that was up in the Shepherd Teachers Lounge today. Thank you. You're part of Team Deerfield. You're part of Team 109. We've all gotten through this week together. A big thank you to our teachers, to our subs, to everybody that works at the district, but also to you, the families. We know this has been a tough week. We know we've been communicating with you a lot. As Mr. Simick said, we need to be in store for a bumpy January, but we can get through this if we all work together. Hope you all have a restful and relaxing weekend, and we'll see you next week.